Welcome to CEO at Heart, the podcast where women entrepreneurs rise beyond limits with heart, strategy, and commitment. I'm your host, Lisa Padilla, business mentor, life coach, educator, and founder of CEO at Heart Academy, a space where coaching and mentorship are affordable, highly valuable, and deeply soul aligned. I created this for all the women who've always felt they were entrepreneurs at heart and are finally ready to follow that calling and walk that path and be successful. In a world full of judgment, societal expectations, success stigmas, and gender roles, I want to help you be seen for your ideas, for your expertise, and your warm, powerful presence in itself. And most of all, I want to help you come back to balance, where work feels fulfilling and life feels not just manageable, but empowering, rewarding, and just truly enjoyable. In this podcast, you'll find honest conversations, practical tools, and inspiring stories, plus access to the CEO at Heart Academy community details, our courses, and our growing business platform. You belong here, and I'm so glad you found your way. Welcome to today's episode, The Silent Strength, Why Europe's Entrepreneurs Need More Than Funding. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a really long time, and it is our economic system. Now, I am in Europe. I am based in Sweden. CEO at Heart Academy is based in Sweden. And so I'm mostly going to refer to Europe, the EU, countries most affected in this area, right? Because what I want to talk about is that the economic system is not made for small and medium-sized businesses. And here's the irony, because it is absolutely dependent on them. In Europe, small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, make up 99.8% of all businesses. Can you believe that? It's almost 100% that the economic system is dependent on small and medium-sized businesses. Now, if you are a small or a medium-sized business, then this is for you. Listen, because I want you to get a more critical eye on how things are going for you. You might be going through a rough patch right now. You might be feeling like you're not doing the right thing, or you are not succeeding the way you should, or you haven't taken the right decisions. But you know what, really? Small businesses are not supported enough. Think about that. The stability of our economy relies on people like you and me showing up every single day, working long hours, innovating, creating jobs, and keeping money just circulating in the local communities. So let me ask you, as a small business owner, how much support have you been getting lately? Now, I'm not only asking financially, that's just one side. But what about mentorship? What about access to really fair funding, funding that helps you? What about loans with decent interest rates? What about approval conditions? What did you need to have in place in order to actually get a loan to let your business thrive and survive? And what about coaching? What about a strong network of people that really genuinely want to help you and that have the expert skills to help you? Because here's the reality. SMEs pay a proportionally higher tax burden relative to profit than multinational corporations, who often use international structures, they use loopholes, and they reduce their effective tax rates really well. But for small and medium-sized companies, it's not that easily possible, nor do we normally want to contribute to this wave of just reducing tax. We want to contribute to this society that we live in so that it can function, so that teachers can be paid, so that social structures work, right? In some EU countries, tax compliance costs per employee for SMEs are up to 5 times higher than for large firms. In the EU, national funds exist, but accessing them is an administrative nightmare for so many small businesses. Applications are taking a long time, they're complex, and they often require pre-financing that microenterprises simply don't have. And approval rates for funds and grants for the smallest companies are significantly lower. Mid-sized firms actually capture most of the grant allocations. How is that reasoned? When it comes to loans and credit, banks still consider small businesses as a lot riskier. And while that may be true, they need it the most. Interest rates offered to SMEs are generally so much higher. And in some countries, small business loan rejection rates are as high as 25% compared to under 5% for large firms. Do you see the imbalance? Do you see how it makes it really easy for small business owners to quit, to not continue, to not hire, to not go and pursue your vision, your mission? So what we need, and this is what I want to talk about today, what we need is a system of the people. Now, I've always been a little bit of a rebel, but that's only because I realized something very early on. If I wanted to thrive in the middle class, I needed to be resilient, unique, and true to myself. Because here's the truth. Authenticity is one of the first things we're taught to lose in school. The entire system is built to keep government costs low and to produce a well-functioning, non-questioning middle class. People who go to work, any work really, to keep the wheel turning. Sure, we're told we have a choice, but really, society nudges us quietly, persistently, again and again to stay in line. And don't get me wrong, this isn't about blaming society itself. It's a phenomenon that's developed over centuries. But, and here's the big but, we're not meant to critique the system. We're meant to believe that the economy is thriving because of the big seven, because they're doing well. We are told the world economy should be grateful for these billion-dollar companies propping up. But here's the thing. Everyone else is losing, really, because salaries aren't rising at the pace they need to, nor are small companies able to pay salaries that are competitive in today's system. Expenses are increasing, and healthy food, local produce, experiences, travel, all of those lifestyle quality things are just increasing in expenses and prices. Everything is getting more expensive. And so we, the middle class, is squeezed. We're squeezed. We support the lower class just enough to keep them in place. And we inflate the high class to unimaginable levels. And who is working the most hours? Who's fighting burnout while building businesses to create jobs, to combat unemployment, to drive local innovation? It's you, it's me, it's us. It's us, the middle class. More and more people are turning towards spirituality nowadays. Why is that? It's because deep down, what everyone really is looking for is connection. is community, is that sense of being held, of being supported, of being seen. Because the truth is, we are not seen and we are not supported enough. Not for the weight that we are carrying, we as business owners in Europe. And you can see this need for community, the need for people supporting people everywhere. It's in the business networking events, it's in charity organizations, it's in women's circles and in men's circles. It's in local farmer markets, in urban gardening collectives. It's seen in schools, in co-working spaces built for freelancers, in micro business owners. It's seen in homeschooling networks, in spiritual retreats, in permaculture groups, in conscious parenting communities. It's even seen in the Bitcoin ecosystem. People are supporting people. That's where our true strength lies. But instead, what is happening instead? Instead, we're being shown so much on the media, so much hurt, so much pain, so many things that are not functioning, that our focus is not in the communities. Our focus is not in the belief in our strength as a community, as a society. Now, I'm not going to go into why that is, but I want to remind you that we can break out. I want to remind you that we can create a world where we're not losing, where we're not slaves to a system that keeps funneling money into wars instead of into communities, instead of into small businesses, instead of into learning, into developing, into boosting innovation. And yes, I know it feels like AI is just another part of the problem, but really, AI is just a tool. It's a tool that can finally allow us to work a 3-day week if we use it wisely. It's a tool that can combat burnout for entrepreneurs who are wearing 20 hats every day. It's a tool to support you, not to replace you. And if we use it wisely, and we use it as a community, and we use all the resources that are available to us in a way that we can boost our community, that we can boost ourselves, our belief again, we can make so many things happen. What we need is to move away from being like cats, always competing for the next client. And instead, we need to support that next client together, find our strength together. And in a way, this is why I have created CEO at Heart Academy. It's a place for women to feel they can achieve things. It's a place for women where they can feel that together they can create magic. Together they can break out. It's for those who have dared to dream already. It's for those who deep inside know that more is possible. It's for those who refuse to believe they are just slaves of a system. Because you only become a slave of the system when you actually internally feel you are. CEO at Heart Academy is for people who want to build a new system. A new system business-wise, supporting-wise, networking-wise, possibility-wise, income-wise, everything, right? And we are on a path to develop together. Okay? My aim is not and will never be to rob you of your money. My aim is to give you as much as possible so that you as a business owner can thrive, so that your business can not only survive, but can create this dream for you, that can create this lifestyle for you that you deserve so much. A lifestyle where you can fulfill your dreams, where you can compete with the high prices out there right now, where you can start employing people and being that wonderful leader that I know you could be. Because we're not just here to survive, we're here to create and to grow and to thrive together.